Here on the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show, it's Mineral Area, it's Wabash Valley, it's the men's game. The women beat Wabash Valley as they were the fourth-ranked team of the nation, 87-78. Mac takes down number 4. The Mac men get that same team, but Wabash Valley on the men's side, not the same on the women's side. This is a Wabash Valley men's team. Jimmy Palmer, Jared Pettis, and Joel Boyer with you today. Jimmy, that hasn't played as many games as Mac. In fact, they've only played 3. This will be their 4th game tonight. It's a team that honestly they just haven't been able to string together good, solid games, I don't think.
Yeah, and just looking at them here in warm-ups, they don't look very big. Just eye test. I think Mac should dominate the boards. If Mac comes out and plays similar style, which I don't see why they wouldn't, to what I've become accustomed to watching them play this year, I foresee their defense eating them alive tonight.
I 100% agree. I don't want to say anything now, but this game could be over at halftime. This game could be over halfway through the first half.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx anything, though.
No, absolutely not. It's the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show on AM 1240 KFMO and at KFMOsports.com. We'll take a break, come back and hear from the head coach of the Mineral Area Cardinals, Greg Heyer. In his first season, his club, the Cards, are 14th of the nation. They're 9-0. Our conversation with Coach Greg Heyer right after this. Joining the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show by the first-year head coach of the Mineral Area Cardinals, 9-0 in the season, 14th in the national poll. You guys get Wabash Valley tonight. Coach, first of all, I know we talk about getting better each game and getting better each play, but how effective has the growth been from the start of practices when you got here for the first practice with the team to now being this will be the 10th game and being undefeated?
I know. The growth has been, we've come a long way in a short period of time. We're not where we want to be, but we're a lot better than we used to be, and we just got to keep taking it one day, one play, next play at a time. And we learned a lot this last road game. I took the blame after the game with the team. I didn't do a good job having them ready to play and coaching them in that game. And I drove them up there the same day, we left at 9:30 and we got there at 3:40 and play a 5 o'clock game. And then, it probably wasn't the smartest thing. And, I just said, that's what happens when you disrespect your opponent. And, it wasn't no pun intended, but to drive that far and to play a team that's hungry to beat you, we learned from it. I learned, the team learned, and we all learned together. And but I look myself in the mirror when we don't play well before I, put any blame on the players.
What happened in that game against Kankakee? It was a win, but were there some things to take away from it that weren't positive because of the way that the play was, or what happened in that one, Coach?
It was just like how we played in the jamborees before the regular season. We turned the ball over 19 times, and we had 9 live ball turnovers, which means you throw the ball away, and it's in play, and they're going the other way, and they scored on 8 of them. We started settling for jump shots. We were a step slow. We fouled 24 times, and they went to the line 30-some times in the game. Lucky our defense came to play, and we forced some turnovers, but we played. When we did get back, it was hard for them to score on us. And in the last 3 minutes of the game, we were able to come through based off our defense, and we started to execute again down the stretch, kind of like the John Logan game. So, that was the positive about that game, is to be put in those situations on the road and still find a way to win.
Obviously, it's not what you want to take away from a game in a situation like that, but being able to come up in those situations where big things that needed to happen had to happen in order to get that victory on the road, is that a good learning point for the team, especially in certain situations?
Definitely. I mean, the 2 shots that Durante Tucker hit were, amazing shots, and they were must-needed shots. And, you got to give him a ton of credit. He made some two really big shots, but we executed the plays and we got what we wanted, and that's what we wanted. And then we were on the weak side glass if we missed. So I got to give the guys a lot of credit because they executed down the stretch.
I'm glad you mentioned Tucker. Basketball is a team sport, and I don't want to single a player out, but it seems like the last couple of times he's been on the floor and we've seen him be on the floor, he's been super effective shooting-wise, and it seems like it's sort of swayed momentum in your team's favor. Has that been something you've seen from him as well?
Yeah, he's just like the rock on the team. He's consistent. He's an everyday guy. He's an everyday person. He's an everyday player. He knows who he is. He knows his strengths. He knows his weaknesses. He knows who we are. He knows what I want. He understands the system, and he understands the expectations. So what a dream come true in my first year to have somebody, and he's a local, not far from here, an hour away from Cape. So what a dream type of player to have. And every championship team has a player like him.
Coach, you got Wabash Valley tonight, a team that honestly hasn't played as many games as you guys have. Has it been difficult getting scouting reports on a team that has only played 3 games?
A little bit, but we got to stick to who we are and do what we do, and we got to learn from our last game, and we can't foul like we fouled. We can't turn the ball over. I'm more worried about ourselves. We got Coach Trey Ivory did a great job of having our team prepared for this game. So I feel good about the scouting report and the preparation. It's just a matter of, are we going to do our jobs every play, and we're going to play to the scoreboard when we get up, or are we going to play to our standards? And there's a huge difference, and that's maturity, that's handling success, that's being a we guy instead of a me guy, being selfless instead of being selfish. All that stuff goes hand in hand, and they're kids and they're young men, and sometimes you go back to what you know, and I'm big on team, family, not being individuals. So I saw a lot of that in our last game, and that's more my focus this game.
Coach, thank you so much. Best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
That's the head coach of the Mineral Area Cardinals, Greg Heyer, in his first season. They're 14th in the nation. His club is 9-0 as they return to the floor. We're about 4 minutes away from the opening tip, and we're joined by Jimmy Palmer filling in for color tonight with the Mineral Area Cardinals basketball. And I like what Greg said at the end of that with sticking to our game and not trying to be you got to be the best we and not the best me. That's important, especially at the college level, to play as a team every night, no matter what the score is.
Yeah, it's a team sport. When you get individuals playing as individuals, it's harder to win, and I think we saw that in the girls' game tonight too. I felt like MAC Lady Cards played more as a team, whereas Wabash had a couple of individuals that were really, really good, but played as individuals. And it's I tell you, it's neat to listen to Greg talk and get to have conversations with him in person. What he's done as far as for Mineral Area, he had 3 weeks to assemble his team.
Yes.
And they're
no
9
time.
and they're 9-0. Yeah. He adopted the schedule that was already made for him. He talked about that game at Kankakee on Tuesday. Driving 5.5 hours to play, and they're nationally ranked, and Kankakee's not. They're going to draw everybody's best shot, and what he's doing right now, not just for men's basketball, but for the college in general. I know my wife respects the heck out of him, and so do I. He's doing a phenomenal job.
Absolutely. You talk about not having more than 3 minutes, or 3 weeks rather, to build the team and to where they're at. I mean, you just go back to the success he's not only had this year, but in previous years coaching it, and to be able to bring that over and just field you would have thought at the start of the season that there's no way this team's going to be competitive. There's no way with the amount of time that he didn't have because he wasn't hired until July to find players and to get quality players here. There was no chance that a lot of people thought this was going to be a competitive year. And they're 9-0, and it's not in part just his coaching. He's got some really good athletes that might have been overlooked.
Well, it was neat to watch him put that team together. So I say neat to watch him put it together. He actually, when he came in, we had the luxury of hosting him at our house for a couple of weeks until he get his family down here, find a place to settle in, find a home. Yeah. And my man is relentless on the telephone. He's got connections that I would not have imagined that he had, and to hear his stories and to meet people that he knows, it's been a blessing for our family, my wife in particular, to be able to learn from that type of caliber of a coach.
And I know how quickly it started because the weekend he was hired was July 4th weekend. I texted him, hey, are you going to be in town any this week? Yeah, I'm on my way. Hey, can I get you for an interview this day? Let's make it the day before because that day I'm going already. Yeah. I was like, already? Okay, yeah. All right. That'll wrap things up on the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show. When we come back, the starting lineups of the opening tip between Wabash Valley and Mineral Area on the men's side here at the Bomb Seekers Fieldhouse and the Chris Morrison State Farm Classic from the Bomb. It's time for the main event tonight. Mineral Area College Athletics. The MAC men going up against Wabash Valley here at the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse, as the Cardinals wearing the white uniforms and Wabash Valley in the black jerseys. MAC will be right to left on your listening device. It's time to meet the starting lineups. We'll start with the Warriors, the visitors, Wabash Valley. Their head coach in his first season, Terrence McGee. They're only 1-2 on the year. They go with the 6-foot sophomore Lucas Henderson, a 6'2 freshman Daniel Robinson, 6'3 sophomore Kaleem Taylor, a 6'6 sophomore in Julian McGowan, and a 6'8 sophomore. That's Raymond Ezek. For the Mineral Area Cardinals, it's a 5'10 sophomore Marcus Watson Jr., 12 points per game, a 6'6 sophomore Amarian Dickerson, and a 6'5 sophomore Josh Mio, 6'2 sophomore in Doriante Tucker, and a 6'8 sophomore Richmond Mawater. 20 minutes on the big board in half number one. MAC in the white jerseys, Cardinals on the front with the numbers and the lettering. It's red trimmed in black as MAC wins the opening tip. DT Tucker went back to get it. He'll get it to Marcus Watson Jr. Jared Pettis, Jimmy Palmer, and Jewel Booyer, our crew for the night. Cap tonight of 2 MAC games in the Chris Morrison State Farm Classic, as Amarian Dickerson turns it over, try to get it to Josh Mio cutting, but Mio was not there in time.
Might have been my fault, Jared. I'm the one that picked the first play.
Oh, we'll stat that one on Jimmy. It's a turnover for MAC. Nothing so far the score, as Wabash Valley's got it on perimeter up top for Daniel Robinson. Now to the far side for Henderson. At the corner far side for Kaleem Taylor. He'll drive baseline, knock it away down low. It was deflected by Josh Mio, and Marcus Watson Jr. will collect. He'll take it to the cup strong. That one's off the glass, and they're going to call that goaltending. And Marcus Watson Jr. falls to the floor hard. Julian McGowan tried to block but got in there late. So put that one on the board. 2-0 MAC. Marcus Watson Jr. with the field goal. And MAC leads.
Staple of Mineral Area. Turnovers into points.
Absolutely. Wabash Valley out of the backcourt. Here's Daniel Robinson. He'll get it on perimeter at the far wing through a screen. That's Kaleem Taylor. He'll unload from the foul line and tie us up. Kaleem Taylor, the 6'3 sophomore. And so far, MAC out of the backcourt for Marcus Watson Jr. trying to set up some offense. Watson Jr. taking it to the far side. Now a pass to the near corner for Amarian Dickerson. He didn't take many shots last year from perimeter. He's taken quite a few here early on in the season. He's hit a couple. Mio to the head of the arc for Mawater. Mio got it back, takes it to the far elbow. Can't hit on that one. And no one there for the rebound except Raymond Ezek, a 6'8 sophomore. He'll get it out for Daniel Robinson on perimeter. Robinson thought about one straight on, but Watson Jr. got on him quick. Here's Lucas Henderson between the circles. Henderson taking it to the far side. DT Tucker with him. DT Tucker stays out there as they get it to Robinson at the near wing at the First State Community Bank logo. Dip down feed to Julian McGowan off a pick and roll. Met by Mawater. McGowan throws a wild shot up that wouldn't go, and it's Amarian Dickerson with the rebound, and now for Marcus Watson out of the backcourt to set up the MAC offense. We're tied 2-2. 2 minutes in. There's a Dickerson three far side that wouldn't go. Tap back rebound attempt. Mio doesn't fall, and losing it out of bounds was MAC, and so Wabash Valley will inbound.
Yeah, you talked about Amarian not shooting the ball from the perimeter a lot last year, but man, he has really evolved as a player from last year to this year.
Absolutely.
He is special.
Talk about the leadership abilities that he has as well, being the only returner. Here's a layup down low, but the rebound putback is slammed by Julian McCowan. He's got 2, and Greg Heyer wants a 30-second timeout. Not happy with the start of this one. We'll see a fresh 4 coming on the floor for MAC. 17:48 to go in half number 1. 4-2, Wabash Valley with the early lead on the Parkland Sports Leader.
Right triple! Let's go, pace! Right triple, let's go!
Tyler Smith, Preston Turner, Savon Sutton, and Charles Outlaw, the new Cardinals on the floor. Staying on the floor is D.T. Tucker. Preston Turner's got it at the near wing, gets it to the head of the arc for Charles Outlaw. Tried to go back to Turner, but Turner wasn't ready and he lost it. Coming out of the backcourt after the Mac turnover, that's Julian McGowan.
A sloppy start here, but they'll get it going.
McGowan on the far side now for Robinson, to the near side for Henderson. He'll do a little dipsy-doodle trying to get to the paint. Picked up his dribble, throw it back outside. Mack wanted to travel, they didn't get it. Julian McGowan into the paint. Kick it out far side, leaping and keeping it inbounds was Robinson. He'll catch and shoot from the far corner, can't hit. And the rebound for Savon Sutton. Coming out of the backcourt, that's Sutton. Got it to the far side, Smith. Back to Sutton, head of the arc. He'll unload. That's off the mark to the left. Preston Turner can't get the rebound. It's off the leg of a Wabash Valley Warrior, I believe Raymond Ezek, and it's going to stay with Mack with 20 seconds now on their shot clock.
Yeah, I think with this slow start, Coach Hires looking for his team to attack the basket a little bit more and get things rolling.
4-2 with 16:56 to go in the first. The lead for Wabash Valley. Smith inbounds to Preston Turner on the arc. He'll hand it off for Savon Sutton. Sutton around the arc to D.T. Tucker, far side, drives in, kick it back out. Sutton now for Tyler Smith, driving in, nearly walked, got it to Preston Turner in the corner, pump fake, drive in, kick out Smith at the wing near side. 6 seconds on the back shot clock. That's a foul? Yes, a foul coming against Wabash Valley. It'll go against Daniel Robinson, his first and the team's first. The shot clock will bounce back to 20. It was down to 4 at the time of the whistle. Tyler Smith inbounds left of the lane, and a foul off the ball. That's 2 quick fouls on Wabash Valley, and no time expires.
Yeah, getting a little handsy here.
That second foul called against Lucas Henderson, I believe. High inbound, Savon Sutton had to go get it. Go get it between the circles. Now take it to the far wing. Sutton through a screen, got it to the near side for Preston Turner. Turner holding at his waist. Now will dribble once to a cutting D.T. Tucker. Tucker back out on perimeter. 6 seconds on the back shot clock. Deep three from downtown Park Hills. Preston Turner will round it out. And the rebound, Lucas Henderson. They'll get it back to Kaleem Taylor. Interior feed, and it's knocked away. El-Hijay Diop couldn't collect that one. Tyler Smith the other way, off glass, no good. Rebound Sutton, put back, no. And the rebound again for Preston Turner. He'll try and lay down with the right hand, and he does. We're tied at 4, 16 minutes to go in the first half.
Woke the crowd up a little bit there, too.
Absolutely. That was about 3 different chances before it finally fell.
And that's where they're going to be their best, is when they can turn their defense into offense.
Screen rejected, shot by Taylor, wouldn't go. Rebound Charles Outlaw.
And they got another opportunity to do that right here if they push the tempo.
We're tied at 4s, 15:40 to go. Tyler Smith through a screen. Pick and roll. Outlaw can't hit. Oh, man, that should have been a foul that wasn't called. Greg Heyer not happy with the officials on that one. Screaming that's a foul. Kick out to the other side. Charge going to be called. They'll get the foul there, as wildly through the paint was Diop, and he collides with Tyler Smith, who draws it. That's 3 fouls on Wabash Valley.
Mineral area's guards especially are great at taking charges on the pass, and I am a huge fan of that. We tried to make that a staple of North County's basketball program for a long time. Not just the charge on the shot, but a charge on the pass as well.
4-4. Greg Allen used to like those when they were taken at the Jimmy Palmer special.
Shout out Greg Allen.
Down low feed for Outlaw. He'll slam it home through traffic. Make it 6-4 Mineral Area with 15:09 to go in the first half. Jared Pettis, Jimmy Palmer, Jewel Boyer, our crew here on KFMO and KFMO Sports Plus. Lucas Henderson into the corner now for Adrone Sprinkles. Sprinkles through a screen to the elbow. Down low feed on the pick and roll for Diop. He'll put it off glass and in.
That's a tough finish.
It sure was. Diop through traffic. Outlet for Mineral Area, and Savon Sutton's got it now for Smith. Head of the arc for Charles Outlaw. Going to hand it back off for Smith. Getting an arm on it was Robinson. Smith gets around Robinson.
Another
pass
good pass.
Down low. Great pass. Kick out. Here's a corner 3 from D.T. Tucker. Yes.
Jared, what a luxury to have that if your starters don't come out and perform, you can sub 4 in off the bench and they go on a run for you.
Absolutely. 8-6 Mineral Area. I think many teams in this area at the high school level would want that.
Oh, my gosh. It's awesome.
Daniel Robinson with Wabash Valley backing up to the timeline. If Savon Sutton could pressure him, they might get a backcourt violation. He was just backing up, watching his coach call out a play. Here's Lucas Henderson trying to get around a couple. He'll get it to the elbow on the near side, can't hit. Preston Turner skies for the rebound, and he'll outlet for Sutton on the far side. 14 minutes to go in half number one. Turner to the left wing, and that time it's Smith. Up top for Sutton, D.T. Tucker dribbles in, righty floater off glass, no, got his own rebound, tap back with the left hand.
This second unit is not settling either. That first unit just wanted to settle for threes. The second unit is attacking the rim and converting.
It's a 30-second timeout call. They're going to give it a full because it's the media stoppage. 10-6, Mineral Area on a run here at the Bob Seekers Fieldhouse. 13:51 to go in the first half on KFMO. Ten to 6, a 4-point lead for the Birds. 13:51 to go in half number one. It'll be Wabash Valley ball out of the media stoppage. Throwing it in, Adrone Sprinkles. He'll get it to Daniel Robinson. Mack has yet to commit a foul. Tyler Smith might have got away with one. Down low feed, and Charles Outlaw denies the shot from Elijah Diop.
Doing what he does best.
Tyler Smith out of the backcourt to set the offense up. Pump fake from perimeter. He'll get it to Preston Turner at the wing far side. Turner into the corner. That's Sutton. Wants it back up top for Smith. Now a quick swing to D.T. Tucker into the corner on the near side. That time for Preston Turner. Up top for Tucker. Fighting through contact. 10 seconds of the max shot clock. Here's Smith between the circles. Shot clock down to 8. Smith down low feed. Charles Outlaw spins. Kick it out. Turner wants a three, but a whistle because Outlaw stepped out of bounds. Now Tyler Smith, he's got some eyes to find Charles Outlaw just swirling through the paint on the pick and rolls.
Yeah, and how about that for a backup point guard?
Absolutely.
You know.
There's teams at the college level in D1 where he'd be the best player on the floor.
Yeah.
Wabash Valley's got it on the offensive floor. Interior feed for Diop. He'll get it back out on perimeter on the near wing. That for Muha Burton, that is. Through a screen, here's Jamar Sanders. Back to Burton. 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds of the Wabash shot clock. To the elbow of the near side, a flat-footed attempt from Diop wouldn't go, and Preston Turner's got the rebound. He'll outlet for Tyler Smith. Pass to D.T. Tucker is deflected and out of bounds. It'll stay with Mack. And fresh forward will be the starting forward coming back on to bring in some substitutions. D.T. Tucker going to get a break his first time to the bench today. He started, and staying on the floor, Tyler Smith.
Yeah, let's see if this bench time woke this first unit up a little bit.
12:47 to go in half number one. 10-6 Mack. Marcus Watson controls at the far side. Now for Josh Mio into the feathers of the Cardinal logo at the center court. Through a screen. Now to the near side, Watson. Into the corner for Smith. Back to Watson on the near wing. Down to the far wing for Mio. Back to Watson as they play catch. 6 seconds of the max shot clock. Watson in. High off the glass. No, but he is fouled. And Watson will go to the line to shoot two. Foul against Raymond Ezek. That's his first, and the team's fourth. And Watson Jr. will shoot 2 free throws. He's a 60% shooter from the foul line.
Tell you one thing interesting about this lineup on the floor right now is with Marcus and Tyler Smith. I know they're great offensive players, but what impresses me the most about those two is their ball pressure on defense. See if Coach Heyer takes advantage of that here after this free throw.
First one no good for Watson at the line to our left. Second free throw. with the left hand. No good either. Amarian Dickerson collects the rebound, beg your pardon, taps the rebound, collected by Jamar Sanders. Out of the backcourt, that is Kaleem Taylor. He'll be fouled, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2 as the foul is going against Richmond Mwater. That is his first and the team's first.
Foul charge to the Cardinals, 21, Richmond Malator, his first, team first.
And so at the line to shoot will be Taylor. Kaleem Taylor, the leading scorer for Wabash Valley, but he's only 6 of 7 from the free throw line, and he makes good on that one. 15.5 per game average scorer from the field. He's only shooting 40%, but 5 of 10 from the arc. Second one short. Tyler Smith had the rebound and lost it. We still fight for it on the floor, and Mack touched it last.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You hate giving up offensive rebounds on free throw situations.
Preston Turner coming back in. He'll take the spot of Tyler Smith. And Muha Burton will inbound on the far side. Burton gets it up top for Kaleem Taylor. Taylor going to set up an offensive play now for Wabash Valley, and a foul is coming against Mack on the far sideline. It'll be Mwater, his second, and the team's second, and Charles Outlaw coming back in for Rich. 12:07 to go in half number 1. A 3-point lead for the Cards, 10-7. It's been about, it feels like 4 minutes since Mack has scored last. The inbound to the corner for Muha Burton. He'll get it back out on perimeter and send it up top for Adrone Sprinkles. Sprinkles rejects a screen, takes it inside, forced back out for a pass. Here's Burton for 3 from the wing. That missed everything except the glass. The rebound for Josh Mio, and a foul by Jamar Sanders. His first and the 5th on Wabash Valley. And Mio will inbound for Marcus Watson.
Yeah, Mack's just struggling to score right now. Defense is solid.
So Watson will come out of the backcourt to set the offense up. This is one thing I was talking about with Glenn Berry the other day. You look at it and you're like, Mack's more defensive-minded, but then they put up 100 points.
Right.
What are they? Defense? Are they two-way? Obviously, that's what you want if you're a team. Low-scoring opposition, high-scoring offense. Amarian Dickerson driving baseline, trying to kick it out, but it was stolen.
Just hadn't found a rhythm yet tonight. They'll find it.
At the other end, this is Burton spinning at the foul line. Kick it back out for Sprinkles. Now to the near side at the wing for Taylor. Taylor holds at his chest, calls for a screen. He'll reject the screen, and Charles Outlaw and Amarian Dickerson nearly trap him in the corner. Into your feed underneath, that was Ezike. His shot was denied. Watson Jr. collects it. Watson Jr. tries to take a man off the dribble, kick it out for Outlaw. He's going to hold it and wait for Josh Mio to get across the timeline. 10:57 to go in half number 1. It's 10-7 Mack. Mio through a screen. Up top for Dickerson at the wing. He'll drive baseline, put it off glass, can't hit. Outlaw's got an offensive board. Put back, no, but he's fouled. That'll be the 6th on Wabash Valley, and it's going to go against Muha Burton. His first.
Charles and Amarian, they're tough on both ends, man. They are athletically gifted.
Vertically gifted, too.
Yeah, vertically gifted.
Outlaw will shoot 2. He's listed as 6'9". He's a freshman from Orlando, Florida. 4 of 9 this season from the foul line.
I mean, that block shot down, he blocked it out to half court.
Yes. First one is good for Outlaw. 10:46 to go, 11-7. Nearly halfway through half number 1. Low scoring so far. A defensive game. Second free throw for Outlaw at the line to our left. That one's no good, and it's rebounded by Julian McGowan. He'll hand it off to Daniel Robinson, and they'll cross the timeline. Through a screen, that's Robinson. Inside, now he kicks it out to the corner. Here's a 3 from the wing near side. Henderson got it.
It's a tough shot. Contested and on the move.
They only give him 2 for that, 11-9. I thought it was a 3 and a foul at the other end. So a 2-point game as Mack leads. Foul going against Wabash, and Mack's in the bonus. It's the second on Ezike. Amarian Dickerson will shoot 2.
Line shooting for the Cardinals,
I think we might see some full court pressure here from Mac after these free throws. See if they can go on a little run here themselves.
First one, no good for Amarian Dickerson. Came into the game a 60% shooter from the foul stripe.
Would definitely help execution on full court pressure if he can get this one to go, and he does.
Mac not using the full court pressure. Instead, Dickerson got his first point. It's back to a 3-point spread at 12-9. The Warriors got it on perimeter. That's Taylor. Now to the near side. And an interior feed trying to get it to Ezek, and it's lost out of bounds. Last touch by Wabash Valley. That's another Warriors turnover. And it'll be Mac throwing it in, Amarian Dickerson to Marcus Watson. Watson out of the backcourt. A couple of Mac Cardinals will check in at the next available moment. Watson's got it to the far side. Turner, 1 out of 3. Instead, they swing it on perimeter to Dickerson in the near corner. Back to Watson. Watson to Mio. Preston Turner's in the far corner. Charles Outlaw going to screen. Mio's going to use it, try and look at Outlaw, but Dickerson's wide open on the near wing. He had it, hop step through the paint. Bounce pass down low. Turner was cutting and then stopped cutting, and the pass went to where he would have cut, and it goes out of bounds. It's another Mac turnover.
This first unit still struggling to find their rhythm on the offensive end.
Yeah, they scored 2 points, and they were both free throws.
Yeah. Both groups playing, as far as Mineral Area Cardinals, both groups playing particularly well on the defensive end, but one's just slightly better on the offensive end than the other tonight.
Daniel Robinson out of the backcourt. Well, that's got to be a coach's dream to have a fresh 5 that you can bring in. Here's a straight-on 3 for Taylor. Missed everything and goes out of bounds. 12-9, Mac leads. 9:30 to go in half number 1. Greg Heyer looks a little bit flustered. It doesn't look like he's too happy with what he's seeing from his team on the floor tonight. Tyler Smith in the circle. Takes it to the far side. Pick and roll. Charles Outlaw tried to slam it home, but a foul coming against Wabash Valley. And it'll be Julian McGowan. Outlaw will shoot 2.
That's got to be so tough to officiate with guys constantly playing above the rim like that. You're going to get some of them wrong, unfortunately. We were on the good end of that one.
Yeah. Charles Outlaw shooting 2 at the line to our left. Split his first trip. First one here. Good. Well, people always like fans always like to rag on the officials, but officiating is a tough job.
Oh, it's very tough.
And you talk about it at the college level, the pace they play.
Mm-hmm.
Outlaw hits them both. He's got 5 in the game, and it's a 5-point lead for Mac, 14-9. Wabash Valley out of the backcourt. On the near side, Daniel Robinson between the circles for Lucas Henderson through a screen. He'll take it to the far wing. Henderson met by Tyler Smith. Held ball or a foul? It looks like a foul coming on Mac.
Yeah.
D.T. Tucker doesn't like that one, and it's going to go against him.
Yeah, neither does Coach Heyer.
That's his first and the team's third. 9:05 to go in half number 1. Wabash Valley this season only 1-3. Mac 9-0, and they're 14th in the nation. Warriors bounced on the inbound to Henderson. Got it to the near side for Kaleem Taylor. Into the corner for Henderson. He'll go through the lane. Swing pass up top. Taylor thought about stepping into one. Now will dribble, kick it out far side. Robinson through a screen. Robinson back to Taylor far side at the wing. He'll call for a screen. Be met by a pair. Try and use the screen, but staying with him, Savon Sutton. At the shot clock expiration, Taylor tried to lay it in. Couldn't get it. Rebound was stolen, and now McGowan's got it up top for Taylor. Straight on 3. This is Robinson. That one's good.
Yeah, second chance opportunities. We talked about that in the girls' game, too. It's just, it kills you. Kills your momentum.
Outlaw nearly lost it. Kick it out Smith. And on perimeter, he lost it out of bounds. It was touched last by Wabash Valley. Right between his legs and out. 14-12. Mac is ahead by just 2 with 8:22 to go in half number 1.
Spain, zip Spain, zip Spain. Zip Spain, let's go.
Greg Heyer calls out a play as his team will inbound. Smith fakes, now gives it to Josh Mio. Mio is in the near corner. He'll take it just inside the arc, now kick it to the far wing, into the corner, D.T. Tucker. Pump fake back up top for Sutton. Now Head of the arc for Smith. Back to Mio at the near side. 8 seconds on the max shot clock. Smith got it. Pump fake from perimeter. Drives in. Righty floater. Oh, just missed to the left side and bounced off the backboard and fell off. At the other end, it's Burton. His shot wouldn't go. Players collide. Wabash Valley wants a foul. Not going to get it. Late whistle as players wrestle for it, and now they call the held ball, and the arrow favors the Warriors. Their head coach Terrence McGee stands with his palms up like, where was a foul that wasn't called there on that layup attempt? Bodies fell. I'm not sure how much contact there was. We were screened by the officials.
There was a lot of contact. I couldn't tell if we were vertical or not.
Warriors will inbound on the baseline right side. Thrown to the near wing. Caught by McGowan. He'll kick it out far side at the wing for Burton. He'll lose it. It's still on the floor, and Savon Sutton was there to knock it away, but couldn't disrupt it enough. Now we fight for it again. Kick out Burton. Wants a 3 far side. He's got plenty of time. He'll hoist, can't hit. And Josh Mio collects a board.
That's one of those ones you just thought for sure was going to go in for them. We had like 3 or 4 chances the last 2 trips to come up with the basketball.
Mio loses that one. No one goes again at Sutton. Down low. Smith off glass. No good. Man, through a lot of contact. Smith wanted a foul, didn't get it. And the rebound for Robinson. He'll come out of the backcourt. Dip it down low. Reverse layup. No good. And Smith comes all the way back to get a rebound after the miss by McGowan. Smith out of the backcourt for Sutton. And just out of his reach and out of bounds. And that one of those turnovers that Greg Heyer not going to be happy with on transition. 7:15, we're approaching the media timeout. It'll be after the 7-minute mark. And Francisco Monreal will check in. Wears jersey number 33 for the Mac Cardinals. Savon Sutton and Charles Outlaw having a breather. Inbound to the backcourt. It's Robinson. He'll come out of the backcourt into the front court with 7:10 to go in half number 1. Lucas Henderson for Wabash Valley into the corner for McGowan. Down low feet at the baseline. It's off the foot of Wabash Valley's Raymond Ezek, and coming the other way, Preston Turner. He'll drive baseline, take it to the cup, put it off glass. No. Ooh, Amarian Dickerson skied for the offensive rebound, but lost it. Henderson coming out of the backcourt. Henderson spot up deep 2 on the near side, wouldn't go. Rebound still loose, and Preston Turner comes away with it. Lost it though on the floor and gets it back. Quick power play the other way for Mac. It's 4 on 2. Euro step in, lefty layup. It falls in for Watson.
About time. Been struggling to finish. Been struggling to score.
Yes. 4-point lead for Mac, 16-12. Wabash Valley out of the backcourt. On the far side, that's Daniel Robinson. Robinson spin move, then
good hands.
Off the leg. That was a great touch by Watson. And it got a piece of Montreal, but stays with Wabash Valley. Kick out into the corner. Here's a tray from McGowan. That's no good.
There we go.
And D.T. Tucker will pick up a board. 6:10 to go in half number 1. Tucker between the circles into the corner. Dickerson dared to take it. He's no man. That looks so good. And then it hit too much of the back iron. Watson tried to collect that steal, but poked it out of bounds. And now the media timeout. Exactly 6 minutes to go in the first. It's a 4-point lead for the Cards. Low scoring affair from the Bob. 16-12 Mineral Area on KFMO and KFMO Sports Plus. 4-point lead for Mac, 16-12. The Chris Morrison State Farm Classic at the Bob Seacrest Fieldhouse. Mac leads Wabash Valley 16-12 with 5:50 to go in half number one. Here's a three on the near wing, and that one goes for Muha Burton, his first points of the night, and it makes it a 1-point game. Low-scoring game, and Mac going to need to convert on some offensive trips.
Yeah, if they could just score their normal point total, they'd be up ahead by 15, 16 points right now.
They would. D.T. Tucker missed on that three-ball attempt, too short. And as the rebound fell off the boards, or after the ball fell off the boards, rather, it touched Amarian Dickerson and rolls out of bounds. 5:31 to go in half number one. Jared Pettis, Jimmy Palmer, Jewel Boyer, our entire crew. 16-15. And the inbound goes to Kaleem Taylor. Taylor will come out of the backcourt on the near side, get it to the near wing for Burton. Burton holds above his head. Pick and roll, he got it to Diop. Diop to the far side as Henderson uses a jab step, then got it to Henderson far side. Check that. That's Diop. He converts on that three, and Wabash Valley's got a lead again, 18-16. Their first lead since they led 4-2. Diop's got 5. Here's Mack at the other end. That's Dickerson. Sends it up top for Watson. Sutton's wide open in the corner. Watson takes it a foot inside the arc, puts it off the glass and in.
Needed that one to go.
Tied at 18. Watson Jr. with 6 in the game. That leads all Mac scorers. At the head of the arc now, a pass to Diop. He'll hoist from a deep 2 range. That would have been a high school 3, not at the college level.
Good team rebound.
Watson's got it. He'll get it to Sutton and get it back. Watson across the timeline to Dickerson at the elbow. Kick back out for Watson. Take it to the far side. Reject a screen. Kick out. Sutton wants a 3 from the far corner. That one's off the mark. Too much of the back iron as it comes out. And Henderson's got a rebound. Here's a 3 from the near wing for the lead. Burton hits the official as he tumbles. The shot wouldn't go. D.T. Tucker with the rebound. Outlet for Charles Outlaw. Outlaw up top. Ooh, Watson had to get that one. It would have gone back court. That would have been a turnover on Mack. Watson Jr. now takes it to the far wing. Amarian Dickerson in the corner, far side, back to the wing. Now up top for D.T. Tucker. Holds above his head to Sutton on the near wing. Sutton used the screen. Bounce pass down low off the knee of Charles Outlaw and turned over. 18-18, 3:54 to go in the first half. Shot that wouldn't fall for Aligi Diop. A foul on Mack, and it's Sutton his first and the team's 4th. And that will put Diop at the line and shoot 2. Low-scoring game means we don't have anybody in double-digit scoring yet. It's currently 18-18.
Yeah, it's been a slow night offensively for for both groups, and it's not lack of attempts.
No.
It's just poor shooting percentage.
Diop missed on the first. He will get a second. Drone Sprinkles comes back into the game. Southwestern Illinois sitting up at the upper level, watching this one. They'll play Mac tomorrow. Second free throw. That one's good as well. That one's good. Diop splits the trip. He's got 6, and we get a timeout called. We'll step aside as well. 3:51 to go. 19-18 Wabash Valley on the Parkland Sports Leader KFMO. It's the Chris Morrison State Farm Classic at the Bob Seekers Fieldhouse. The women beat Wabash Valley. The men trail by a point. at recess. 25-21, the Mac Cardinals leading Wabash Valley. And Jimmy Palmer is with us doing color commentary tonight. I'm Jared Pettis on play-by-play, and Joel Boyer is our executive producer back at the studio tonight, producing our broadcast. Jimmy, I don't think I would have expected it to be this close at halftime. Maybe I jinxed it.
Well, and I would say I probably jinxed it as well.
Uh-oh. We'll try that again. Take two. Jared Pettis, Jimmy Palmer, Joel Boyer with you on this wonderful day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Hope everybody got their shopping done and their Christmas lists sent off to Santa Claus. 25-21 at half. Mineral Area College leads. And we were just talking with Jimmy Palmer before we went to break that I don't know what has happened with Mac. This is not the type of start we've seen. Their offense is just cold tonight, it seems like.
Yeah, it's I don't know if the word stagnant or I think it's lack of execution. But I tell you, we talked about being able to sub 4 in, 4 out. Coach Heyer has that luxury. Another luxury that he has and has to be proud of his team tonight is even with the slow offensive start, they have still held Wabash Valley to 21 points. So, he's leaning hard on that staple that he preaches, and that's why you preach defense as your main staple, because if you run into tonight's like tonight where your offense goes cold or you just can't will it into the basket, at least you can lean on the defensive side of the basketball.
Absolutely. This is a Mineral Area College, not just team, but program that for the last handful of years has been very, very strong defensively. And it's the players they bring. These are players that are, I wouldn't say defensive-minded, but are able to work hard on the defensive end to transition it to offense.
Absolutely. And then it's even more beautiful when it all comes together, defense and offense, like we saw, was that last Friday night when they played Northeast?
Yes, it was last Saturday. That was probably the best MAC game I've seen in our 3 years of covering MAC.
And Coach Heyer came over to the house on Sunday. We were watching some football and talking about that game. He said everything was just clicking on all cylinders, and it was a beautiful thing to watch. When you're making shots and then you're getting stops and defense is leading to offense, and it's. But then you have nights like tonight, so it's a different story every day. That's why most coaches and Coach Heyer preaches the same thing, one play at a time. I expect to see a more well-rounded offensive game this second half from the Mineral Area Cards.
Let's go ahead and get into some team stats on the CarSmart halftime report. We'll start with the Mineral Area Cardinals, led by Charles Outlaw. He's got 7 points, 6 of which from the free throw line, and 5 of which, rather. You're looking at Marcus Watson Jr. with 6, Deoriante Tucker with 5, 3 from Amarian Dickerson, and 2 from Preston Turner. For Wabash Valley, it is 8 from Alidi Diop to lead the way for them. Kaleem Taylor's got 6, and then it's 3 points from Muha Burton and 2 from Lucas Henderson and Julia McGowan. At recess, Mac leads 25-21. We'll take a short break, come back with the CarSmart drive around the region right after this on the CarSmart halftime report. Rocket Science. On the women's side, Mac beat Wabash Valley 87-78. Wabash Valley on the women's side, 4th in the nation. Riley Palmer said it was the biggest win in program history, she thinks, as far as the ranked opponent. And Wabash Valley at 4th in the nation. That's a huge win no matter what season it is. 87-78 the final there. State Fair was undefeated on the women's side. They fall to Allen County 83-58. Three Rivers is playing Angelina in Texas, and Moberly is at home against Danville. On the men's basketball side, State Fair falls to Vincennes 78-69. And at half, Three Rivers, they lead Southwestern Tennessee 42-36. West Plains started against Arkansas State University Newport. That game started at 8 o'clock. They should be approaching halftime. And, of course, Moberly hosts Highland, Illinois, that at 8 o'clock as well. And at halftime here at the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse, 25-21, Cardinals leading Warriors. Is there anything you changed for Mac in the second half?
No, I mean, I think they got decent shots. I'd like to see them get in the paint a little bit more instead of settling for threes since shots aren't falling. But that could change real quick too. If they come out and they don't change anything on offense and keep taking those open threes, first couple fall, we'll blow this thing open really, really quick. As long as we continue to have the same defensive effort that we had in the first half.
Absolutely, it's 25-21. I would expect to see a hot start in this second half for Mac.
Yeah, especially being on decent crowd and on the home floor. Shots got to fall.
Yeah, this might be one of the bigger crowds all season so far for Mac Athletics here at the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse, and might have to wake some of them up after this halftime. It's 25-21 at recess. That'll wrap things up in the CarSmart halftime report. When we come back, second half action. Mac leads by 4 over Wabash Valley on the Parkland Sports Leader. 25-21 at recess. Mac with the advantage. They get first possession as well. Mio up top for Marcus Watson Jr. Watson through a screen. He'll take it head of the arc. Now get it to the near side for Dickerson. Pump fake from perimeter. Drive baseline. Kick it out far side. DT Tucker. That one's short, man. Rich Water fighting for the rebound. Players collide. That's a dangerous fall for Raymond Ezek, and we go hell ball. Greg Heyer didn't like that call.
Yeah, it looked like Rich had the ball in his control, and Wabash player kind of just reached around him. The official called it a tie-up.
25-21, 19:36 to go, as we are now halfway through the first minute of half number 2. Jared Pettis, Jimmy Palmer, Jewel Boyer with you on this Friday evening. Driving baseline, that's McGowan for Wabash Valley. His pass was deflected by Dickerson. That's a live ball turnover, that's right. Lob pass going to be collected by Tucker. Instead, we'll have to set up some offense instead of getting a bucket in transition. Mio going to take it to the baseline. Kick it out, DT Tucker wide open from perimeter on the near side. No good. Mio with an offensive board. He'll send it back out to Tucker. Somehow got it to him. Tucker going to take it to the wing. Now up top for Mio. He'll take it inside. That'll be a deep 2. No, instead he gives it off for Watson Jr. outside. 10 seconds to the max shot clock. Watson Jr. in with a left-hand layup. That wouldn't go. That's what, 3 straight misses for Mac in this to start the second half?
3 great looks.
Absolutely. 3 shots that look like they could have fallen, but at the other end, this one doesn't. DT Tucker gets a rebound after Kaleem Taylor misses. Outlet for Amarian Dickerson. He'll go Euro step to the cup.
That's
that
a block.
is a, they put it on a charge, man. Going against Mac. It'll be Amarian Dickerson with his first. I'm with you, Jimmy. That was definitely a block. Bodies were moving. Greg Heyer even says not happy with that call. Daniel Robinson out of the backcourt to reset the offense for Wabash Valley. Rejects a screen, trying to get around Watson Jr. Gets it to the far side for McGowan.
Same call.
That's going to be a charge. Amarian Dickerson, one of the best the last 2 years for Mac to draw charges. And so it will be Doriante Tucker. The second on Julian McGowan and the first on Wabash Valley.
Coach Heyer would have come unglued if he would have not gotten the same call on that end.
I'll tell you, he would have got teed up.
Yeah.
That would have been no chance he wasn't getting it. Amarian Dickerson along the baseline. Bounce pass down low. Water can't hit. Was knocked away from behind, and Greg Heyer is livid. Outlet for a deep 3. Robinson around and in. That's tough. It's a 1-point game, 25-24. Daniel Robinson with his first bucket. And Mack out of the backcourt. Watson Jr. will take it to the far side. Dickerson at the near wing. To the foul line for Water. He'll get it back out for Dickerson, head of the arc. Probing in, knocked away. Great defense by Robinson, but he falls out of bounds and loses it.
There's no sense of urgency right now with anybody. You know, Rich right there on that last possession, probably got fouled a little bit, but he didn't go up very aggressive whatsoever.
Watson Jr. at the beak of the Cardinals logo. Hands it off for Josh Mio. Mio calling for a screen from Water. He'll use the screen. Take it to the far side. Now kick it back up top for Watson. Straight on 3. Yes! Watson at the expiration of the shot clock. Watson's got 9. That leads the way for Max scorers. And it's back to a 4-point game. With 17-17 to go in regulation, 28-24. Handoff for Kaleem Taylor. Right on him is DT Tucker. Taylor gets around Tucker with the screen. Tucker stays with him, though. Taylor to the cup with the layup wouldn't go, and Waters got the rebound.
Another good team rebound.
Watson
good
Jr.
pass.
There's Dickerson. Oh, man. Now we'll lay it in. He went for I thought he was going to go for a slam dunk. Saw the pressure coming, just waited it out and laid it in. Great play by Dickerson. His first field goal tonight. 16:45 left to play and a timeout called by Wabash Valley. We'll step aside with them. 16:46 to go, 30-24 on KFMO, the Parkland sports leader, and the Chris Morrison State Farm Classic. It's a full stoppage on KFMO. 6-point lead for the Cards, 30-24 with 16:46 to go in regulation. We're in half number 2. And Greg Heyer wants his bench to make some noise. They do for a minute. Wabash Valley to inbound. Lucas Henderson. He'll bounce it to Muha Burton out of the far side for Kaleem Taylor. Into the corner, now back up top for Taylor. Got it from Henderson. Looking to the near side for Burton. Mack ahead by 6. Burton taking on perimeter to the far side for Taylor. Shot clock down to 10. Taylor up top. This is Sprinkles. He's at the head of the arc. Dickerson trying to knock it away. Little hand check, not called. Kick out. 5 seconds at the shot clock. Dump down feed. What a play.
Yeah.
No look feed, and Sprinkles will float it in with the right hand.
That was just a great look.
And Marcus Watson will set up the offense for the Mac Cardinals. He'll take it to the far side for DT Tucker. They weave it on perimeter to Mio. Now to the far side, back to Watson at the wing. He'll drive in, then be forced along the baseline. Kick it out, Dickerson.
Another good look.
Uncontested 3 and around it in. Dickerson's got it from the near corner.
These boys just need to keep playing. Shots are going to fall. You just got to keep guarding.
Absolutely. This is a team, when they wake up, they're dangerous, Mac is.
Yeah, trust your defense, have fun on offense.
Up top, here's Wabash Valley and Muha Burton take it inside. Fadeaway jump shot from just inside the far elbow when he got it. 5 for Burton. It's 33-28 with 15:35 to go here in half number 2. Josh Mio uses a screen. He'll take it ahead of the arc. Back to the near side at the wing for DT Tucker. Back up top for Mio. Now to the far wing for Dickerson. Here's Watson through a screen. 13 seconds on the max shot clock to Dickerson. Far side. Thought about a 3. He'll drive in to the cup with the layup. It's good. Man, had Raymond Ezike fallen, there might have been a charge called. Dickerson lays it in. He's got 10.
Makes are contagious, Jared.
Henderson at the other floor. Got it to Sprinkles far side. His lob pass into the paint was stolen by Watson Jr. Under 15 to play in regulation. DT Tucker to the cup. His put off the glass.
Way to stay with it.
Got his own rebound.
Way to stay with it. Second chance effort.
Tucker's got 7, 37-28. Matt coming alive. The Bob Seacrest Fieldhouse waking up. Here's a handoff at the wing near side for Kaleem Taylor. Now to the far wing for Muha Burton. Burton threw a screen. Instead, he won't even use it. Got it to the near side for Taylor. Into the corner 3. This from Sprinkles. That falls.
That's just wide open rhythm 3.
And
no contest.
No, Josh Mio will come out of the backcourt. Set up the offense at the near wing. Through contact. A foul will be called late. It's going against Kaleem Taylor. That'll be his second and the team's second.
So you've called quite a few of MAC games already, correct?
I'd say a handful, yeah.
Yeah, so is it just me, or does Mayo just look like a step off tonight?
It does, yes.
You know?
It looks not just him. There's a couple of players that it just looks like they're maybe had too much on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, too much to eat maybe.
I was one of those. I went down to the Arcadia Valley tournament last night. Like, how am I going to call 2 games? I am stuffed like a turkey. Josh Mio's got it on the near wing. 10 seconds on the max shot clock. 14:06 on the game clock. Mio threw a screen from about 15 feet away. Can't hit on that one. And it's rebounded by Lucas Henderson. And the official screams at Greg Heyer as Heyer follows him up the floor. Sprinkles got it.
That's a walk. Yeah.
Burton, a walk missed. Far
Happy
side
feet.
3. That one wouldn't go, but an offensive rebound. McGowan. 37-31. Mac with the advantage. McGowan in the corner. He'll get it to the corner 3 for Muha Burton. That wouldn't fall, and Dickerson's got a rebound.
Push the ball.
Dickerson across the timeline to Mio at the near side. Tyler Smith ready to check in, as is Rich Mwater. That's Mio taking it to the baseline. He'll spin
Good
down
move,
low.
good
What a
footwork.
play. Put it off the glass and in.
See, that was my sole purpose there. Maybe he'd heard me talking about him, and I could talk some stuff into existence there. Yeah.
And we got to travel at the other end, and Mac's going to get the ball back. 39-31. Tyler Smith and Rich Mwater will come in. Out Charles Outlaw. We'll get a late substitution. Savon Sutton back in as well. He'll take the spot of DT Tucker. An 8-point lead for Mac, 39-31, 13:15 to go in half number 2. Jared Pennis, Jimmy Palmer, and Jewel Boyer back at the studio producing our broadcast. Tyler Smith has the inbound. He'll cross the timeline, get it off to Josh Mio. Mio to Sutton, far side, now to the wing for Amarian Dickerson on the far side. Dickerson head of the arc from Water. He'll hand it off for Sutton at the near wing. Bounce pass in the corner. Tyler Smith going to drive baseline. Hoist from there. Can't hit.
A lot of
But right
contact.
there was Rich Water for, I guess you could call it a rebound, and he got it. 2 from Water. 41-31, the largest lead of the night for Mack at 10 points. Out of the near side, Wabash Valley. That's Sprinkles. He'll take it in. He'll pull up and hoist with the right hand over his head.
It looked like he took an extra step there again.
That's what I thought too. Officials tonight have been tough, even on the women's side of missing those walks. Inside from Water, posting up. Got it to Dickerson, cutting through the lane. He'll pivot. Still got the pivot foot down. The shot wouldn't go, and Dickerson going to go to the line to shoot 2. The foul called against Julian McGowan, his third and the team's third. It is 2 free throws for Dickerson. He's 3 for 4 at the foul line. Going to the line to the right this time. 12:18 to go in regulation. First free throw. No good. Missed. It got the front of the iron and then missed off to the right after it hit glass. Dickerson will get the second, though. It was a shooting foul. Second free throw. Good. 11 for Dickerson. 42-33. Mack with the advantage. They're ahead by 9. Wabash Valley on the arc. Head of the arc. It Sprinkles to the near side at the wing for Taylor. He'll get around Mio. Hop step through the paint. Pick up his dribble. Kick it out. Pump fake on perimeter. That was Robinson. He'll take it into the foul line. Miss everything. It goes out of bounds.
We're getting lucky on a lot of these our closeouts are not as disciplined as I'm accustomed to seeing. Just like flying by and giving guys wide open 15-footers. But, luckily Wabash didn't make it very many of them.
Well, they'll play Swick tomorrow, and Swick is a team that if you give them those chances, they will hit. Not that Wabash Valley can't, but Mack's just getting lucky tonight.
Yeah, and it could be scout specific too. I don't.
Smith lost it out of bounds and turned it over. And so Wabash Valley will inbound to Daniel Robinson. To the far side now for Jamar Sanders. He'll get it to the near wing for Sprinkles. Sprinkles on perimeter. 11:30 to go in regulation. 19 seconds on the shot clock for the Warriors. That's a walk or a foul. They're going to call a foul on Mack. It'll be Savon Sutton. Oh, they put it on Rich Water. That'll be his third. His team's second. And it'll be Charles Outlaw to check in for Water. 42-33 is the score. Mack with the advantage. Wabash Valley will inbound. 11:24 rather to go in regulation. Daniel Robinson. We got a foul on Mack. We do. Josh Mio. That's the team's third, his first. Inbound. All the way to the backcourt. Tyler Smith is just going to let it go out of bounds, and Mack will get it on the offensive side of the. Well, they're going to inbound it all the way back, rather, since that's where the pass came from. So Mack will get it in the backcourt. 42-33, they lead. It'll be interesting to hear what Greg Heyer has to say after this one.
Yeah, I would venture to say it. Something along the lines of just offense wasn't clicking tonight.
Yeah. I mean, you'll take the win, but you definitely don't want a lot of games where the offense is playing like this, especially when the opponents get tougher when region play starts.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't get, they're going to have to score tomorrow to beat a team like Swick. I think Swick put up 82 tonight.
Mio lost it, getting it Sutton, far side, 3 seconds on the back shot clock. Mio can't hit through a lot of contact. How is there no foul there? Mack will inbound with the second on their shot clock. Tyler Smith to throw it in far side. Smith, it's knocked away.
And I've never seen that. The ball ends up being tipped
perfectly.
Through the railing.
Well, I think they're going to put 1 second back on the shot clock. It expired after the ball was whistled out of bounds. The official's going to, there shouldn't be too long of a conversation. It's either the shot clock expired or we're putting 1 second back up on it. 10:53 to go in regulation.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what we got here.
Oh, they're going to put 0.7? There's no way to do that on the shot clock. We only have shot clocks that count down to 0 from 1. See if they can put points out. I'll be interested to see if they can put 0.7 up there. They're just going to go shot clock violation. These are new shot clocks. They were put in last year with the new video board. And so it'll be Wabash Valley ball after the MAC turnover. Couple of Cardinals ready to check in at the next available moment. Wabash Valley's got it on perimeter for Sprinkles. He'll go through a screen, take it inside, be forced back out. Into the corner, that for McGowan. Reverse layup, what a play by McGowan, and he laid it in. 42-35. 10:30 to go in half number 2. Mio's got it between the circles. Got it from Amarian Dickerson. He'll go to the cup, righty floater high off the glass, and Mio puts it in. That's the Josh Mio we're accustomed to seeing.
And that was a tough shot. The runner with the left hand from a right-handed player. That's
Daniel Robinson got it to Jamar Sanders. He'll take it in and then kick it out far side. 3 from McGowan. That's no good. Amarian Dickerson with the rebound. And we get a whistle.
Inadvertent whistle, I feel like, is what we had.
I think we got a foul. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Inadvertent whistle. And so Mac's going to inbound in the backcourt.
Well, that's
tough because Mac was
we were on the move. We
were
on the move.
And that gives Wabash Valley a chance to reset the offense. 10:02 to go. We're 2 seconds away from what Greg Hire calls win time, the final 10 minutes. DJ Tucker inbounds for Marcus Watson into that win time where you got to win every play. Watson back into the center circle. Mac shot clock down to 15 as they get a play going. Watson to the far side, now to the near side for Mio at the wing. Mio calling for a screen. 7 seconds to the Mac shot clock. The screen was rejected. Mio takes it in. He'll hand it off for Turner. He'll unload with pressure and miss everything and out of bounds.
Not a great possession at all. Ball stuck a lot. You know, I think it touched 3 guys' hands in a matter of 30 seconds. That's not the kind of possession you want to see. See a little more ball movement.
Savon Sutton will come into the game. 9:34 to go. This is just one of those games that from the start, for either side, just hasn't been the game either side wanted.
Sure.
A lot of turnovers. Something that myself and Zach Pipkin had talked about in Arcadia Valley on Wednesday in the semifinals. Each team had at least 15 or more turnovers. It's just one of those games. 12 seconds of the shot clock for Wabash Valley. Wild layup. McGowan, a hook shot over his head, through pressure, and he got it. That's a tough play. 44-37. Mac still with the advantage. 9:05 to go in regulation. DJ Tucker driving baseline. Righty layup wouldn't fall. Rebound is loose. It was last touched by Wabash Valley, and Mac's going to inbound on the baseline. And they're going to put 20 seconds on the Mac shot clock, I believe. Shot clock down to 20, so Amarian Dickerson will check in late, as will Josh Mio will check in as well. It'll be Marcus Watson to inbound. Right of the lane, rather. His inbound was deflected, but Josh Mio had to go out and get it. Mio going to use the screen, take it to the far side. DJ Tucker was all alone over there, but the pass didn't get to him quick enough. Charles Outlaw swing into the paint. Oh, Watson high off the glass. Man, just missed that one, and it's rebounded.
That pass
by
was
McGowan.
just a tad late. Just a tad late.
McGowan comes out of the backcourt. He'll bounce it to Daniel Robinson to set up the offense for Wabash Valley. Robinson gets around DJ Tucker. He'll set it up top. Watson was there for the steal. Watson going to go coast to coast. Lay it in with the left hand. What a play. Watson's got 11.
And Marcus can score in traffic in the paint. You know, that's why I meant by that pass last possession from Charles was just a tad late. If he would have hit him on time and on target, he still would have been able to finish in traffic.
And at the other end, Jamar Sanders streaking to the cup. Instead of dishing it, he was there for a shot, and he just tried to pass it one more time, and McGowan couldn't hang on and went through his hands and out of bounds.
Sometimes the easy play is the best play, Jared.
especially when you're down if you're Wabash Valley.
Right.
Just take that simple 2 points. 46-37 Mac with 8:17 to go in regulation time. Marcus Watson will come out of the backcourt with an angle to the near side and set up the offense for the Cards. Got it to the near wing. That's Josh Mio. He'll take it into the center circle to D.T. Tucker. Far side now at the wing. Bullet feed to Mio, and that was just a pass that I don't know how many people can catch that. Mio was one that couldn't get to it in time.
Yeah, that was a fastball.
8:03 to go. It's still 46-37 after the Mac turnover. Wabash Valley out of the backcourt with Lucas Henderson. Henderson in the Mac logo. That's going to be a foul by Alidi Diop. I have that as a second.
Offensive foul, charged
Team's fourth. And so Mac will inbound in front of the Wabash Valley bench to our left.
I don't think we'll need it being up 9 with 7:50, but if it becomes a possession game at the end, Coach Heyer needs to put that set that we just missed Mayo on in his back pocket, because Amarion just missed him.
That was one you don't see often. And if that would have worked, Mio probably could have slammed it home and brought the house down. Here's Dickerson into the paint. Righty floater, can't hit. Got his own rebound, put back, yes. That's a great play by Dickerson. He's got 13 to lead Mac scorers. 48-37. 7:20 to go. Here's Lucas Henderson. Henderson gets around D.T. Tucker. Wild shot wouldn't fall off glass, and Dickerson's there for the board. Dickerson will come out of the backcourt. Is he going to go coast to coast? He won't. He'll kick it out far side for Watson. Take it back inside. Watson, right-handed layup. That one will go. 13 for Watson, and a timeout called by Wabash Valley. The Bob Seacrest Fieldhouse coming to life here at Mac. 50-37, and a full stoppage with 7:02 to go on KFMO. (50-37) Mineral Area. They lead Wabash Valley with 7:02 to go in regulation. It'll be Warrior ball on the inbound and the defensive baseline. Throwing it in, Julian McGowan. He'll get it to Daniel Robinson. Robinson out of the backcourt, trying to set up some offense for Wabash Valley. That one nearly poked away, but he got it to Sprinkles. Sprinkles between the circles. Bounce pass down low to a cutting McGowan, and it's stolen by Mac. Watson Jr. out of the backcourt to set the offense up for the Cards. Now for Mio, lob to Dickerson. Oh, tried the alley-oop, but couldn't get it to him in time.
Way to stay with it,
what
though.
A play to poke it to Watson. No look feed to the corner. Tucker for three far side. Oh, just missed it. Water again deflects the rebound to himself.
How about this second chance effort by Rich?
Now for Mio, he'll take it to the baseline. Bounce pass down low. Rich Water and now the rebound going to be collected.
Would have been only fitting for him to finish the possession with a bucket.
Raymond Ezek got the rebound, an outlet for Daniel Robinson. Poke from behind by Watson, and right there was Ezek.
Good rotation.
Trapped.
Good rotation.
Somehow get it inside.
Off black.
It's off of Wabash Valley, and it's going to stay in Mineral Area ball. It's going to be Mac. It tipped off of Dickerson, then again off of Robinson, and now we get the media stoppage. 6:09 to go in regulation. 50-37. Mac leads Wabash Valley on the Parkland Sports Leader, KFMO. And your home for Mac Athletics in the Parkland, KFMO Sports Plus. It's the Chris Morrison State Farm Classic. 50-37 with 6:09 to go in half number 2. Mack will inbound on the baseline. It'll be D.T. Tucker to throw it in for Marcus Watson Jr. Jared Pettis, Jimmy Palmer, Jewel Boyer back at the studio. Pass to Mio. It was knocked away by Kaleem Taylor and out of bounds, so Mack will inbound in front of their bench. And Watson will throw it in. Exactly 6 minutes to go in half number 2 as we approach the end of regulation time. Low-scoring game at the Bob, 50-37. Mack averages 87.2 points per game. And Greg Heyer will use a timeout. If it's a 30, we'll keep it here.
Wouldn't that be just to build on his defensive staple, right? Is to be able to say teams that come into the Bob are going to struggle to get to 55.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how they're going to get to 55 tonight. I know what did Northeast end up scoring?
I want to say 52.
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have to look back at my stat sheets.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, that'd be something impressive to hang your hat on if you could hold teams under 55. I mean, you won't lose very many games.
You definitely will not.
Teams only scoring 55 points.
Well, Mack averages 60.4 points against per game, so they're not even on the road. They're not allowing a lot.
Yeah.
They scored 62, so Northeast scored 62, but they were outscored. Mack scored 103.
Right.
So towards the end of the game, they're just going to score a point.
Yeah. What do we call those, scrub minutes?
Yeah. 6 minutes exactly left in regulation. 50-37. Mack with the ad and the rock. Well, inbound in front of their bench. Josh Mio will fire it in, with Mack setting up an offensive play in that timeout. Mio gonna hold it, lob it up top for Watson. Under 6 to play in regulation. Watson between the circles, through a screen. Watson to the near wing, up top for Dickerson, into the corner far side for D.T. Tucker. Looking inside, back to Dickerson between the circles. Max shot clock down to 10. Shot clock down to 8. Here's Watson on the near side. Gonna probe in with 6 on the shot clock. His wild shot is denied by Ezike. 2 seconds on the shot clock. D.T. Tucker.
Boom.
Oh, it's good. 10 for Tucker with 5:34 to go.
Great pass.
53-37 Mack. Daniel Robinson, as it's been a while since Wabash has scored a point. This one knocked away. D.T. Tucker poked it out. And so Wabash will fire it in as Tyler Smith checks in for Marcus Watson. That was a beautiful pass from Watson outside for Tucker. And it looks like we might have some blood on the pants for Watson.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's pulling at there.
16 seconds on Wabash's shot clock. 5:22 on the game clock. 53-37 Mack. Bounce pass on the near side. It's going to be collected by Lucas Henderson. He'll get it into the center circle to reset an offensive play. Henderson to the near side at the wing. That one for Kaleem Taylor around the arc. Kick out far side. Sprinkles from perimeter. That one's around and out. D.T. Tucker lost the rebound. It's brought down by, was that Kaleem Taylor? Down low. No, it was Ezike. He can't hit on the slam. Mack coming out and a foul. Oh, they call a walk. Oh, that's not a good call. It'll be a Mack turnover at the end of the day.
You know what, though? I think we might have got away with one around the rim, too. So maybe
Ball
there's
a
makeup call or, whatever he's telling himself down there on the baseline to justify that as a travel, because that was not a travel.
20 seconds on the Wabash shot clock as they'll inbound in front of their bench. 5:02 left in regulation. Inbound head of the arc for Raymond Ezike. Got it to the far side for McGowan. Through a screen, McGowan picked up his dribble, put it off glass, can't hit. Outlaw with the rebound. 4:55 to go. As Mack has the advantage, 53-37. Mio on the near wing. Mio in a crouch, through a screen. Mio head of the arc, got it to the corner for Smith. Smith will take it back out. Through a screen again. 13 on the Mack shot clock. Pick and roll down to Outlaw. Nearly stepped out. He did as he caught it. That's a tough pass from Tyler Smith there, trying to get it to Outlaw.
If you clipped film of Mineral Area tonight, offensive possessions alone, you would see a pattern. When the ball sticks in one or two guys' hands the whole possession, they don't convert. When that ball is moving and hitting guys on time and on target, they're getting great looks. But when they're holding the basketball, they're not getting much. 53-37.
That was a quick feed. No look behind the back by Taylor. He gets it back, kill and load from the far side. That's good. Wow. Kaleem Taylor, he's got 9. You as a coach, you see that. Greg Heyer's a coach. He'll probably cut that. Me as a broadcaster seeing it as well, I imagine that'll be a talking point for hire before tomorrow's game.
Yeah. You gotta get the ball movement.
Josh Mio's got it backing into the Cardinal logo. Under 4 to play in regulation. Mio takes it in, kick it out. D.T. Tucker thought about a 3. Instead will go to the corner for Amarian Dickerson. Driving baseline, 8 seconds on the back shot clock. Back up top for Josh Mio. He'll hold through a screen. 4 seconds on the back shot clock. Mio nearly walked. He'll unload with pressure. That's good!
That's
wow! Okay, we'll take it. Josh Mio's got 7. 3:35 to go in regulation. The Bomb Seekers Fieldhouse like that one. 16-point lead for the Cards, 56-40. Lucas Henderson to the far side for Kaleem Taylor. Taylor through a screen. Kick it back to the far side. That was McGowan, nearly lost it. D.T. Tucker was there. Tyler Smith going to try and come in. Taylor, kick out. Henderson for perimeter, got it far side. Henderson's got 5 in the game. That's his first bucket since the first point for Wabash Valley tonight. 56-43. Josh Mio, head of the arc. 3 minutes to go in regulation. Mio lost it out of bounds. Again, this is, you get those glimpses of what we normally see from Mac, but then you get a whole bunch of, it just doesn't look like they've got the connection tonight like they normally have with the offense.
It's not there.
We'll get a timeout called by Wabash Valley. We'll step aside. It's a full. 2:59 to go in regulation. 56-43 Mac on KFMO. (56-43). Kirby, the Cardinal, walking in front of us. He better get off the floor before he gets trampled by some basketball players. Marching band incident moment. Wabash Valley inbound to the backcourt. That's Kaleem Taylor. He'll cross the timeline and set up the offense for the Warriors. Hand it off to Henderson. 2:50 to go in the game. 56-43. Mac leads. Henderson reverses action to the near side. Swing it back to the far side for Sprinkles. He'll take it through a screen, head of the arc. Sprinkles is there, trying a couple of head fakes to try and get around D.T. Tucker. He can't. Now he does. Put it off glass and in. Sprinkles has 9. 9 points leads the way for Wabash scorers. Talk about a low-scoring night. 2.5 to play in regulation. And Mineral Area's got it with Tyler Smith. He'll bounce it to Marcus Watson. Watson on the near side. Watson through a screen, taking it towards the baseline, reverses it back up top. Dickerson dared to take a 3, pump fake, kick out Watson. 8 seconds to the max shot clock. It's down to 5 now. Watson through a screen, head of the arc. He'll unload with the man in his face. That one's around and out, and Water just missed the rebound, collected by Ezike. He'll hand, beg your pardon, it was Sprinkles. He'll get it to Lucas Henderson. Henderson uses a screen. Tyler Smith poked it. Oh no, foul on Smith.
Foul charge to the Cardinals.
It'll be the first on him and the team's 4th. That was Tyler Smith committing the foul. Minute 56 to go in regulation on an 11-point lead for Mac.
You know, another solid half of playing intense defense and not fouling. Wabash only has 45 points, and Mineral Area only has 14 fouls again in the second half. That's incredible.
Mac on defense. Henderson going to take it to the cup. Now he's going to dish it down low to the far side for McGowan. Fadeaway shot on the baseline wouldn't go. Rebound still loose, and it's collected by Amarian Dickerson. What a play. 3-on-2. Mac out of the backcourt. Make it 3-on-3. Dickerson coast to coast. Reverse layup. No, and he's fouled. So Dickerson will go to the line and shoot 2. It'll be the 5th foul on Wabash Valley.
This Wabash team has some talent, man. They're I just think they don't have many reps underneath their belt. You know, they've only played 3 games compared to Mineral Area's 9.
And
I mean,
they're
only
a game canceled too.
They're only going to get better.
Yeah, they will. The foul goes against Julian McGowan. That's his 4th. Dickerson shoots 2 at the line to our right. First one good. It had to be tough during the COVID years. I say during, we're kind of still in them, but not really with the protocols and stuff that teams have to do. But having the amount of games canceled that teams did because of COVID, that had to be difficult for teams to just get into rhythms.
Oh, yeah. And for administrators that were having to schedule and reschedule and postpone, and that was neat, real neat.
Yeah. Dickerson's got 15 in the game. He leads the Cardinals in scoring. He hit both on that trip, 58-45. Daniel Robinson out of the backcourt for the Warriors. 90 seconds left in regulation. Mack going to improve to 10-0. Up top, Taylor. No look pass to the far side. Sanders for 3. It's good. Oh, check that. It was Lucas Henderson. He's got 8. Tyler Smith the other way. Gets around Henderson. Dribbles through a phone booth up top for Watson. Greg Heyer tells his team, hey, let's slow things down. The game's almost over and we're winning. No need to rush anything. 1:05 to go in regulation. Max shot clock down to 13. Now 12, now 11, now 10. 1 minute left in regulation. Watson kick out Smith. He'll unload from perimeter with a man in his face. That one's short. He's going to get his own rebound. Trying to throw it off of Wabash, but didn't get the angle, and it's stolen by Robinson. Coming out of the backcourt to the far side, that's Kaleem Taylor. Taylor lost it, out of bounds, last touch. No, not touched by Mack. Out of bounds cleanly, and Mack will take over with 46 seconds left.
Yeah, you know, not an ideal display of how much talent on the offensive end this Mineral Area team has tonight, but I still think Coach has got to be pleased to come out with a win tonight and hold a team to. I think they're going to hold them less than 50 points. They got 48 right now.
Yeah, you could even hold for. You could take a shot clock violation and then get a stop defensively. Well, we turn it over. So 34 seconds to go. 48 is the score for Wabash Valley. Jimmy jinxes it. They get 50 with that layup.
Well, 50 or less. It's the same thing, you know.
Wabash Valley out of the backcourt to the far side. I beg your pardon, Mack out of the backcourt. Shot clock's turned off, and a foul against Wabash Valley. Kind of a useless foul. You're not going to score 8 points in 18 seconds. They do have, that was their last foul to give.
Yeah.
So Mack will inbound on the far side. They'll bring in a couple of substitutions. All they got to do is inbound to the backcourt, cross over, and dribble it out.
Well, Wabash might try to extend the game, a possession or two here, especially with the one-on-one scenario still intact in men's college.
Yeah, I was telling Glenn, I was sad he was the one that asked you. I was really looking forward to it, and there's a foul, and Josh
this
McNeil
is
going
what
to go to the line.
This is what you're going to miss about it in high school basketball is, you can't imitate these pressure free throws in practice.
No.
You're either going to step up and make them in the game or you're not.
Mio will shoot the 1-on-1. It changes, too, how teams prepare in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
If you have fouls to give. That one doesn't go. I think I'd rather the rebound to be lost.
Wabash,
Mack. I was going to say, I think I'd rather, if I were a coach, have my team foul and send a player to a line with a 1-on-1 rather than 2 free throws.
Oh, absolutely.
Me saying that with no coaching experience, though. Inbound up top for Josh Mio, 15 seconds and a quick foul. Mio will shoot a 1-on-1. Taking one out of the Mike Reeves book of not knowing how to finish a game. An 8-point game, and that's 5 on, who was it?
Jared, I missed it.
I did too. It had to be Julian. Oh, no, they say it was Kaleem Taylor. I have that as a second. He's asking, how is that 5? Yeah, coming to the bench, he was like, how is that 5? Yeah, I have that as 2 on Kaleem Taylor.
They have it as his 5th. Do they not have a scorebook on the bench over here?
Yeah, they have one right here. We have it as 5. It's official. First free throw good for Mio.
Well,
it's over.
It's
anyway.
a new point.
It doesn't really matter now. 9-point game, 59-50.
That would have made for a heck of a story, though, if it had been a 1 or 2 possession game. I mean, that's their best player.
Mio's got 9. It's a 10-point game. Mac not even going to foul. They might just let Wabash get inside and put one in. They will.
Well, dadgummit.
That's Jamar Sanders. He's got 4 in the game. It's 60-52 with 6.9 to go and a foul. And
I did jinx us, didn't it?
it's okay.
It happens.
It's going to happen. And with the score the way it was, and Mac definitely not going to foul or do anything there. Just let him walk in and put it in when you're leading by 10. Mio will shoot another 1-and-1, the last 1-and-1 that Mac will shoot. First one good. Mio's got 10. He becomes just the 3rd Cardinal tonight. Check that, 4th in double-digit scoring. Can't hit on that one. It's rebounded with 6 seconds. Quickly across the timeline, Wabash Valley. Got it to McGowan, and he'll put it off glass, no good, and that'll do it. That rebound putback won't stand. The Sprinkles put it in 5 seconds after the buzzer. 61-52 the final. Hubs Pub and Grill postgame show coming up after this from the Bob Sinkers Fieldhouse. Day 1 of the Chris Morrison State Farm Thanksgiving Classic has concluded at the Bob. 61-52. Both MAC teams sweep Wabash Valley tonight. Hubs Pub and Grill post-game show getting you started. The Mineral Area College men win it 61-52 as they beat Wabash Valley. As the women did the same earlier today, 87-78. That one more significant on the women's side because the Wabash Valley Lady Warriors were the fourth-ranked team in the nation and were undefeated up until that point and had beat Mac earlier this year. Well, this was the first time that Greg Hires' Mac Cardinals played Wabash Valley, and they beat them 61-52, a lot closer than I'm sure a lot of people coming here to the Bob today thought they were going to get. And it'll be interesting to hear Greg Hires' thoughts after that victory. Final score is 61-52. Let's take a look at some of the game numbers, and we'll start with the leading scorers. First for the Mineral Area Cardinals. They get 15 from Amari and Dickerson, 13 from Marcus Watson Jr., 10 each from Josh Mio and Doriante Tucker, 7 from Charles Outlaw, and 2 from Preston Turner and Rich Mawater, and 3 from Tyler Smith as well. For Wabash Valley, their leaders, Kaleem Taylor and Adrone Sprinkles, both with 9 points. Aligi Diop had 8 points. They get 6 from Julian McGowan and 8 from Lucas Henderson and 5 from Muha Burton and 3 points for Daniel Robinson. Those are the scoring numbers. It was 25-21 Mac at halftime, 61-52 the final score. The Cardinals are 10-0, Wabash Valley 1-3. We'll step aside and follow with more on the CarSmart halftime report. Hubs Pub and Grill postgame show. Let's not add any more time than what we needed to today. It's the Hubs Pub and Grill postgame show, and we'll hear from Greg Hire right after this. Well, final score in this one, 61-52. The Mac Cardinals win it as they beat Wabash Valley. We're now joined by the head coach of those Redbirds. It's Greg Heyer in his first season, now 10-0 in the season. You get to that 10th win, but probably not the cleanest win you would have liked. What's your take after this one, Coach?
My biggest takeaway is I got to give Wabash Valley a lot of credit because they played us extremely physical. You come in here, every game at home has been extremely physical. And it's just the way it is, I guess, coming into this arena and playing. And I love it when to play against a physical team, but you got to give them a lot of credit. And, we got some guys that, are learning how to play against the physicality and the contact. And, when things aren't going their way, they're still learning, and they're young, and they want it all right away, but and they're learning how to handle me. We got a lot of guys that when things are going good, they can handle me. But when things aren't going good, like I tell them, the cream always rises. And I'm here I want to win. And I want you to play your best, but it drives me nuts when we won't grab the ball, when we're, just a lot. It's more little things for me than it is the big things. I got to give Wabash a lot of credit.
Me and Jimmy Palmer were talking before the game and the pregame show of the team as a whole getting to 9-0 when you're only having 3 weeks really to put a team together before summer warm-ups. And had you thought at the start of the season this was going to be a team that'd be 10-0, 10 games in?
No, I just told them at the locker room. I said, tomorrow we're going to be going for 11 wins in a row. You guys would be lying to yourselves when we got here that first week if you thought we were going to be undefeated after 10 games. And nobody in this locker room really thought that, week 1, week 2. And then after the Jamboree season, we definitely didn't think it because our last Jamboree down in Dallas, we lost all 3 games down there, and we didn't play well. Then we started to take care of the ball. We started to execute better, and we started to defend with a purpose. And they got pretty good at taking the scouting report and getting it into the game. And, I like that about them. Now it's, we're going to get from here on out, just like tomorrow night, we're going to get everybody's best shot. And we probably got a lot of guys that we don't have one in college that has won a championship. And so to win a championship, you get everyone's best shot. And obviously I'm very familiar with that. And what best shot means is energy. Their energy level is going to be at an all-time high for as long as it's ever been. Their focus, their attention to detail, their toughness. That's what I mean by getting your best shot. And those areas which are really, really important to winning basketball games or games in general in sports, and that's what's happening right now. And so we're learning that, and we're going to continue to learn. And tomorrow's going to be a great game and a good test. And but the good thing is our guys, they don't like to play bad. They don't. It bothers them, and I love that about our guys. It really does bother them, and it bothers them when I'm not happy with our performance. And so that's a sign of a really good team.
Coach, I'll ask you this, and please take it with a grain of salt. Was this a step back for your team this year? At the point they're playing, it just didn't look like this was a game where they played at their best.
No, yeah, this is how we played last game too. We look sluggish. Our body language was bad. The way we came on and off the court, our mental makeup, our physical makeup was not up to par. And congrats, Coach.
Briley Palmer coming by, saying hi.
Yeah, and everybody saw it. It's the biggest crowd, and we don't have students here. And really want to thank the community and everybody that came out to watch these guys play today. And I promise they're better than this. And we got better energy than this. And but we got to learn from it.
You get Southwestern Illinois tomorrow, a team that on record, you're better than because of record, but that doesn't mean anything on paper. Any team can beat anybody. And there, you had mentioned, going to give you the best game. What's it going to take to turn it around from, yeah, you won tonight but didn't play your best, to playing immediately back again tomorrow in less than 24 hours? What's it going to take to get the team ready for tomorrow?
That's a good question. Rest. You know, I'm really. I've been saying it for 2 games to my coaching staff, and it's our job to figure it out. But you know, it's sometimes you don't never want to. I don't ever want to lose, but sometimes with some groups that you coach, you got to lose to get right. And I like to win and learn from our mistakes through winning. But for some, it's just not registering right now. And so, you know, we'll see. We're going to do what we normally do. Get up, watch video, prepare. We've played them once. We know they're physical. We're going to have a good shoot-around. Hopefully it can be a spirited shoot-around. I would say the spirit is what I'm looking for. When things aren't going your way, it's easy to have spirit when everything's going your way, but do you have spirit when it's not going your way? You know, that's kind of what I'm looking for. So, but tomorrow's going to be a great challenge, and hopefully we can snap out of it.
Well, Coach, thank you so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, and the one thing is we still play defense.
Absolutely. That's another thing I was going to ask, but I think we're running out of time, Coach. Yeah. The defensive effort, allowing the team, they just had 52 points. Is that the kind of defense that
they had 37 with like 2 minutes and 30 seconds left?
Yeah. Is that MAC defense to a T? Is that Greg Heyer defense to a T?
Exactly. That's what we want to do. Because playing great defense, we can make up for some of our other mistakes.
Well, Coach, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Get some rest. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll be back here tomorrow.
Okay.
That's Greg Heyer, head coach of the Mineral Area Cardinals. After this one, they win it by a score of 61-52. The ladies get a big win as well, beating Wabash Valley. Final score in that one, it was 87-78. We'll wrap things up as doing a great job back at the studio. It's Jewel Boyer, and back here on the site at the Bob Seekers Fieldhouse, Jimmy Palmer. I'm Jared Pettis saying so long. A MAC sweep over Wabash Valley. Back at it tomorrow at 12:30 on KFMO Sports Plus, as the Lady Cardinals will play Rend Lake. Then on KFMO at 4:30, the MAC men get Southwestern Illinois. Football on KFMO tomorrow as well. High school football, Central plays Blair Oaks on the road in a Class 3 state semifinal. That one's got coverage starting at 12:30 with kickoff at 1 o'clock. All right.